Lads, it's Luke here. We're here with Andy Ward, and he finished 11th place just at the Bangor Regionals. Almost top 8, almost.
Close enough.
But you played a spicy deck.
No, I did indeed.
What?
Last minute job as well.
Yeah.
What was it, Thursday we were driving home from Locals, Gamers World, and Luke had the fantastic idea of combining Pendulum and Orcust. And I says, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. So, did 2 days, 2 nights? Must have got about 6 hours sleep total between 2 nights. But yeah, the deck seemed pretty good from testing online. I think I dropped maybe 1 match overall, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know, I was pretty fucking tired, but however. But yeah.
What was your matchups like? Were they all meta or?
It was kind of a mixed match. Like the very first game, I sat down and I was playing against some guy from up north. I can't remember his name. I do apologise, but the very first card he played was Darkworm, and I was like, oh my god, I'm playing against Pendulum, right? Okay, here we go. Well, yeah, it was kind of a mixed barrel. Like I played a couple of Orcust, Lunalite Orcust. There was a Magical Musketeer in there. Ola playing Altergeist. True Draco Erupt. But yeah, like it's kind of all over the place. Like I really found I had to grind through a lot of the matches, not opening the best of hands, but I was still able to play the game. I think the only one where I completely got blown out of the water was Sky Striker, but I opened Orcust Nightmare twice, 2 of them twice, both games. And like the second game, I'll tell you, I opened double Orcust Nightmare, double Secret Village, and Servant of Endymion, and literally just had the normal Servant and activate Secret Village against Sky Striker and hope he didn't get the Ray. But I think he got 2 turns and then eventually got the Ray. I was just drawing blanks. But I mean, write the game off and just carry on. I wasn't going to let it get me down. I was determined to win as many games as I could, and I finished X2 overall.
That's not bad, yeah. 7 rounds.
Happy out. Like I mean, considering we built the deck on Thursday night.
Yeah,
so,
and played on a Saturday.
Exactly.
2 days, not even 2 days.
Hoping now, if I can continue to get the lend of the cards off the lads again, I really appreciate the lads. I'll give them a shout out later in the video. I'll probably play the deck again at the weekend, and who knows, I might actually get the top then.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Or the win. Get
or
that W. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yet to win a regional, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay, we'll just get into the list now and we have a look at it.
So I played 3 Mighty Master. Like I had a feeling there was going to be a fair bit of Sky Striker there, and yeah, I did play against 1. I was kind of expecting maybe a bit more, so I just said I'd play the 3 copies of it. His card is really good. You get the counters on the field, he does the business. They find it really hard to play around. 3 Servant, this card is ridiculous. I mean, it's a magnet for the hand traps as well, which is kind of why we were tearing the idea of Pendulum Orcust. We used the Pendulum cards to bait the hand traps and then go for the Orcust combo, and you're free to play them because they've already used their action stuff. But this card, if you resolve this card, chances are you were going to win the game. But yeah, brilliant. 3 Chronograph Sorcerer, 1 Time Gazer. I mean, this guy, just get your Electromite without having to use your normal summon or your Pendulum summon. Really, really good card. 3 Darkworm and 1 Gate Zero. Again, really, really, really good card. And hilariously enough, I didn't think it would come up, but I got to use his Pendulum Scale effect to put this and Pendulum summon stuff like this back and do some of the plays, bait the hand traps, and then do the Orcust combo as is. I didn't think it would come up, but it really, like, it did. This card is really, really good. So 3 Curtain Raiser. I found I kept siding like 1 or 2 of these guys out, depending on what the matchup was. Yeah, it was the starter card, especially from your scale. You have to play it if you're going to play Pendulum. So 2 Jackal King. I didn't play Master Cerberus, so I'm kind of on the fence about it because, like, if it gets ashed, it's stuck in your scale, and it's not a card you want in your scale. So I just figured I'll play this to summon off the Servant of Endymion. But yeah,
play around the bureau.
Play around the bureau, exactly. If you can get that out in less than 5 summons, you're absolutely laughing. And then the more counters you have, the better. So we get on to the Orcust cards. So I played 2 Nightmare, 2 Harp Horror, and 1 Symbol Skeleton. I probably would end up playing the second one, and people are probably going like, why would you play a second one? You're playing Pendulum and Orcust, and this is kind of all over the place. The second Skeleton really, really would have saved my ass more times than not. So this, I probably need to get hollow copies of this because these 2 guys just stuck together all day. I don't know how many games I was opening the 2 of them, but even at that, you were still able to get it from your hand somehow or another and do your combo. As I played Ibli. So you just normal Ibli, make your Mermaid, pitch a Nightmare, and yeah. But if you have the 2, it's a really weird setup. But like, I mean, you can get it out of your hand if you know, there's ways of doing it. So I'd probably change it up and put in the second skeleton. I'll tell you exactly the card I would take out for this guy.
Yeah.
I didn't play Don Dragster. I opted to play two Dingirsu instead. So this card was just doing absolutely nothing other than being another name. To use two monsters to be able to Nightmare Phoenix and then go into your Mermaid and start doing your Orcust combos. I'd cut this card.
Yeah.
Didn't come up at all. And the one of Aether. I think Luke, you actually came over. I drew this for turn against a friend of ours, Luke O'Brien. Drew it for turn. Had an Orcust Nightmare in defense mode, I think it was. Tribute summon. Banish his dude. Attack for game.
Banish, also a Dingirsu.
A Dingirsu as well.
Yeah,
exactly. So problem card.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty good. I suppose I could even consider maybe replacing the Destrudo and, you know, finding some other card to get the second skeleton in and play an Amorphage Sloth or a Goliath or something just to block the extra deck. Because a few times people, like, I've seen people, especially like Salamangreat and stuff. Now I didn't play any Salamangreat myself, but special Pancratops to attack over your Heretic Seal. Whereas they're not, you'll have your Dingirsu up, so you're going to be able to protect whatever gets summoned anyway. So just tribute that, force the Pancratops, summon Goliath, they're locked out of their extra deck. It's pretty good, and their battle phase is already over. So. So we get on to the spell. So 3 Mastery, the card is really good. I mean, that if you open that in Servant, you're probably going to win the game.
Counters galore.
Yeah, exactly. MVP of the day, Allure. I kept seeing like doubles of this, which is fine because pretty much everything is dark. I think everything except for Servant is, So, really, really good card. Get your counters there as well. Play it upstart. Make the 39 card deck. 2 Dragon Shrine. I found 2 was enough because you're playing Foolish Burial as well. So, if you don't see this and you have a way of getting to your Orcust combo without having to use this card, you just use Send Darkworm straight away and then start. And actually, I've had people asking this because they thought I was just playing pure Orcust. So, send a Darkworm and they're like, hang on a minute, what is this guy doing? But yeah, I'd probably leave the Dragon Shrine at 2, then 1 Babel and 1 Crescendo. I kept hard drawing one or the other, but it wasn't actually that bad because the deck can just generate the resources off stuff like Servant of Endymion, and as you know, the Orcust stuff is just ridiculous anyway. You're going to just build a big massive field. So you hard draw one of these, activate the other set, or vice versa, it doesn't matter.
They kind of know what's set now after you use the Babel.
Exactly, and then even if they clear the Dingirsu and this is up, like now you can use a skeleton and interrupt on their turn. So that's the main deck, lads.
40 cards,
40 cards, So I played 2 Dingirsu. That was a last minute decision. With the testing, for the most part, I played 1. And the night before, I decided to cut the Don Dragster and play the second Dingirsu, and I'm so glad I did. Because I don't know how many players, when I put the second Dingirsu, because they were so concentrated on the one in the grave, and I summoned the second one from the extra deck, and they're like, oh, wow, you play 2? Yeah, of course. The card is ridiculous. 1 Longirsu, 1 was fine. 2 Galtaeus, 2 was fine. I didn't find myself wanting for a third one, for the most part. I found myself more wanting for the second skeleton in the main deck than an extra one of these, or, and then we have the Nightmare stuff, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Mermaid, they're the only ones I played. The 2 best, then on to the package.
Good old Guard Dragon.
Good old Guard Dragon. So you were using your get this out, bait the impermanence. If this card is resolving, they're not ashing this or Ghost Ogre or impermanence. Yeah, you're flying. Like, I mean, you don't even need to worry about getting your Orcust combo because doing the full Guard Dragon combo to end with this guy on board, as well as probably like Jackal King and stuff. This card is ridiculous. It has to stay at 1, or even maybe down the line if Pendulum start doing a bit more. Like I believe they got a new Pendulum card. You can send 3 normal spell. You send 3 cards from your hand, draw 3 cards, and then for every Performa Pal, Pendulum Magician, or Odd Eyes card, I want to say, you can special summon up to that many copies, and so we might see more down the line where this might get hit because it's a really, really good card. That went with the Guard Dragons, and then 1 Appaloosa and 1 Boral Sword. I probably should have read this card before the tournament started because it came up. I'll give props to Ola. It was a really fantastic game. We went the distance with game 1. I went the full 40 minutes. I had 2 counters left on this. I attacked. He tried to concurry. I negated. The attack went through. I was attacking for game with Dingirsu. He activated Concurry again, and for some reason I just had a mind fart and didn't Appaloosa again. That's all I had to do. But fair play to Ola, it was a really, really fantastic game. I don't think I actually made Boral Sword at all, to be honest with you. I was just kind of grinding my opponent down until they couldn't do anything more, and by then it was already game. But obviously you have to leave it in, because if it comes up, you're going to make it and kill them. Shout out to Stephen Martin actually for lending me this. Last minute came up and he's like, do you need this? And I was like, actually I do, thank you.
Shout out to Stephen.
So
side deck, is it?
Side deck stuffs. Right, so 3 Nibiru card was really good. I sided this in for matchups like the Lunaloid Orcust, Pure Orcust and stuff, and it came up. I didn't get to do the Wombo combo with Babble Up and Nightmare to get to keep the Nibiru in hand, but yeah, he done his job. Sorry, Luke O'Brien. I'm pretty sure it was Nibiru that won me the game. I opened Mind Control, Nibiru, Babble, Crescendo, and Orcust Nightmare. So I literally just had to set the Crescendo and pass. And he went, did exactly 5 summons, and I Nibiru'd him, and it won me the game because I was able to go Mind Control, attack for 3,000, and then it was time. I was going to do the full Orcust combo. So yeah, really, really good card. 3 Lancia. We were expecting probably a hell of a lot more Orcust, and now there was a pretty big turnout of Orcust players, but I was expecting to play more matchups, but I only ended up playing 2, 1 Pure and 1 Lunaloid Orcust, but it done its job against both. So yeah, leaving that in.
Even for some rogue decks as well, there's some rogue decks that you can decide for.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't think for my matchups it wasn't really relevant, but I mean the card does have a lot of utility, so I wasn't going to not play it. I played 2 Pankratops. Now, people are probably like, why are you only playing 2? Every time I play 3 copies of this card, I open 2 of them. When I play 2, I see 1, and then maybe a few turns later I might see the other one if we get that far into the game. I think 2 is fine for me, but anyone is going to say, no, you should be playing 3. I agree, I should be playing 3, but I'm telling you guys, I always open 2 if I play 3 copies.
You want to see this some of the time, you know?
Some of the time, not all the time.
But not all the time.
That's it. And I should probably get less plebby copies, but
the common, maybe get secret.
The common's done their job, so yeah, thanks guys. Triple Twin Twister, so Sky Striker matchups. What else? Rogue. Like, this came in really handy again. It's the last round. I played against Deglin playing True Draco Erupt. I mean, this card, but yeah, it's the stuff.
Yeah.
We were on the fence about either playing Cosmic Cyclone or Twin Twister, but we figured just in case there's a lot more Rogue, and it turned out I was playing against quite a bit of Rogue, so Twin Twister done its job. And then even the first match, Pendulum. I mean, Twin Twister's blowout against Pendulum, so...
Give this an OTS Ultimate Rare Place Konami.
Oh man, it'd be so nice.
I paid big money for this.
So 2 Mind Control, and then 2 Secret Village. I only played 2 Mind Control because I only own 2 copies of Mind Control. I would probably bump this to 3. And I figured there was going to be quite a bit of Sky Striker, maybe Pendulum stuff as well, catch people off guard. I played 1 Sky Striker match, sided both copies in, and opened both copies against Skeen, and I just didn't have a good hand. But testing it seemed really good. When I was playing any Sky Striker online, doing the combo, setting up a Jackal King with counters or even a Mighty Master, activate this, and they just can't do anything. They can't knock it over it. So yeah, I'd probably mess around with the side deck a little bit for the next event, but it done its job for the weekend. I don't think at the weekend I couldn't complain. I was happy every time going into the side deck.
That's good. Do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, I want to shout out all the lads that were testing with me. I really appreciate the time and effort that we put in. Shout out to you yourself, Luke, for suggesting the deck in the first place. I think this is kind of a common theme now that we suggest decks last minute. Like the last one was ABC, and I think I finished, second place or something. Yeah. So yeah, we've a track record going now of just suggesting random decks last minute. So it seems to be working out. Shout out to the lads that loaned me the cards. I really appreciate it. It was Niall O'Carroll lending me the Orca stuff, Conor Gavigan lending me Orca stuff, Stephen Martin lending me the Appaloosa. I don't think I got a lend of any other cards. If I did, I apologise, but they're the 3 lads that are coming to mind. Shout out to Adam Stanex for running a fantastic event. It was absolutely brilliant, and even him announcing his next Irish Open next year. Guys, you want to check out the prizes this guy is putting up for the tournament. You need to get involved. Like top 4 get Switches, Nintendo Switches.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And then raffling off, I think it was an Ascension Sky Dragon and 2 2019 prize sealed envelopes.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely check out his page and yeah, check out the tournament and stuff. it'll be a big turnout. Like last year, we got well over 100 players.
Yeah, last one was really good, and the prize pool was ridiculous as well.
Yeah, and I mean, we were getting players like Thomas Rose and stuff flying over from the UK to play in this event. So not only was it was a fantastic event, but it was a really competitive event. And like a lot of Irish players, we're trying to travel to all the massive YCS and stuff. Okay, we're a small player base, but we want to get involved in the meta. I mean, we're doing our best here. A lot of players you can probably see, they're starting to get their names in there into the YCS top. So hopefully one day that might be me.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes anyway. But yeah, I'll probably, if I get lended the cards again, I'll probably play the deck for the weekend. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, thanks very much for your profile,
No
Andy.
bother, lads.
See you guys. Take care.